There's a real struggle to eat healthy, but it may not be a fair fight. Our next guest says that some foods can be just as addictive as heroin, and that food manufacturers may be using these addictive properties to their advantage. Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter, formerly with the New York Times, Michael Moss, joins us now. His latest book is entitled Hooked: Food, Free Will, and How the Food Giants Exploit Our Addictions. I totally agree, Michael. It's something I've been looking into for years and suffering from. But let's make the connection for our viewers. Can you really make the parallel between certain foods and heroin?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I came full circle on this when someone first suggested to me that food could be addictive, thinking, like, what? Are you kidding me? But in fact, if you take the definition from the food industry itself, that addiction is a repetitive behavior that some people find difficult to quit, I actually came around to think that some of these foods are even more problematic, more addictive than even hard drugs. For one thing, food is everywhere in the food environment. And so it doesn't take a lot of stimulus to the brain to get us excited about eating and overeating. But for the other thing is that the food companies have learned how to tap our most basic instincts that we've developed through evolution to get us not just to eat, but to eat more and more.
Is it certain substances in certain foods? What are they? I think we know what some of them are, but I think we're surprised to find them in foods that don't have the taste that conjures up the notion of the word.
Yeah, obviously salt, sugar, fat, which I've written about, are sort of key ingredients for the industry. But these are things that aren't on the label. You can't see them. And so we by nature are drawn to food that's inexpensive. And so I was able to go into these chemistry labs that work for the food industry called flavor houses, where their main mission is to reduce the cost of the ingredients that they're using in their products. So we get really excited about that. I found internal documents that target us as variety seekers because we love by instinct variety in food. That's why you walk in the cereal aisle and there's 200 varieties of sugary starch, because the brain gets really excited about that. But the most critical thing that the food industry is using is speed. Speed is a hallmark of addiction. The faster a substance hits our brain, the more apt we are to act compulsively. And there is nothing faster than convenience food in the way that it's manufactured, presented to us, and in the way that it strikes the brain. There are these incredible tests that people did to see how fast we can taste sweetness. And they put a little dab of sweetness on the tongue, asked people to push a button when they felt that sweetness. Less than a second, they were hitting that button, which is faster than the speed that smoking, alcohol, some drugs will hit the brain.
Interesting. Like salt and vinegar potato chips. I mean, that just goes right to you. And who has one? Nobody has one salt and vinegar potato chip. And I'm dead serious. I mean, people are driven to, I say people, like me, to eat half a bag or a whole bag and then feel horrible about it.
Well, that's the problem, is that, look, and addiction happens on a spectrum. For some of us, it's just this troubling feeling that we've lost this ritual with food and eating, having fallen so hard for these convenience products. For other people, it's a full-blown eating disorder, binging. That's the issue.
Right.
And so depending on what your trigger food is too. I mean, one of the things that gets us, going back to speed, is stress, distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.